Hi everyone, welcome to Dividends. I'm Jeffrey Rupp and we're glad you're with us. A lot going on in the College of Business, most of it taking place off campus. And here to give us an update once again, the director of the MSU Center, Eric Hill. Eric, always good to see you.
Great to be here.
Man, you have got a lot on your plate right now.
We have just had tremendous growth in the last 12 months. It's amazing.
Yeah, and well, it's a culmination of a lot of hard work. But let's start right at home with the E-Center, doubling in size and getting fairly close to being finished.
We are. It's a great opportunity because we've just had this major growth in student startups, and that's their home base is in McCool, right on the drill field. So the expansion allows us to grow the amount of support we have for them. We're going to have space for faculty members across campus that are teaching classes related to entrepreneurship to be able to host office hours in the center. So a student that has an idea can go meet with that professor. We got new executive and resident suites, and because of that, we're going to be expanding the amount of workspace that's there for student startups.
And it's important to remind folks that even though the E-Center is housed in the College of Business, it is actually open to any student on campus, and as well as faculty and staff, really.
That's right. And you know, while entrepreneurship's supported in the college, we always say that the ideas come at the fringe, right? So only about a third of the students come from the business school, and 2/3 come from everywhere else on campus, and all the colleges are represented.
And really the role of the E-Center, and something you've been so good at, is taking these ideas and figuring out how you monetize it. Because at the end of the day, if you have a good idea that doesn't make any money, it's not a business, it's a hobby. We say, so you really help them, and with your student workers and our mentor network, figure out how to make some money on those great ideas.
Yeah, we're sort of the proverbial coach in the equation. So it's we're there to help the student answer the question, does anybody care about the idea from a standpoint of creating value? And so as we like to say, it's the do you think or do you know? You got to go out and find out if anybody cares about that particular idea. So, and that's a core tenet of the center.
All right, well, let's head west to Vicksburg, Mississippi. What's going on down there? Why is the E-Center, why do we have a presence down there?
Yeah, it's a great question. So we're really fortunate in that we had an award that happened through the SBA. Cindy Hyde-Smith office was great help with that. And that allowed us to open an office in Vicksburg, a beautiful space called mCITy. It's in the old Mississippi Hardware building. And the whole notion being Mississippi State has had a long-standing relationship with the Army Corps of Engineers Research and Development Center, ERDC, that's down there. And there's over, I think, $2 billion now of research that flows through there. And our objective in that mission in mCITy is to try to help some of that technology come to the market. And ideally, we'd have students being in the driver's seat of those companies. So yeah, we just established a 2,000 square foot office there, hired a great guy, Ryan Gilbrick, who ran a company, Metagames. It was one of the first angel investments through the E-Center. And then Tasha Bibb, who was at Innovate for many, many years, joined the team as well.
Very, very talented lady. And again, you ask or wonder why we would be doing that. Number one, we have the expertise, which was certainly recognized by those who were putting this all together. And also, Mississippi State University is a land grant, so it is part of our mission, part of our DNA, to the extent that we can, to get this back out into the folks in the great state of Mississippi.
That's right.
And we'll come back from Vicksburg, back to Stark Vegas, and head downtown to the co-work space at the Hub. And we just had a ribbon cutting. So Eric, talk us through this.
Well, this has been honestly something we've dreamed about for 10 years to have this space.
In particular, you have dreamed about this, and because you see folks that you saw the need for this where others might not. And there's our new dean at the ribbon cutting, welcoming folks. We had a great crowd for the event. And again, this is the old Cadence Bank building in downtown Starkville, and the university runs it. It's called the Hub.
That's right.
And we just have space there, big space.
That's right.
There's a ribbon cutting. And
Yeah.
the gentleman in the picture, in the middle of the picture, is Terrence Green, and he's going to be our next guest to talk more about the actual co-work space. But give us a sort of a 30,000 foot look as to why this is an important thing to have in downtown Starkville.
Absolutely. So it's about 4,000 square feet in total. There's 8 private offices in there that can be shared among members. And Terrence will tell you a little bit more about it, but our goal was to really have a landing space for entrepreneurs coming out of the eCenter programs, but also a home for tech entrepreneurs in the community and others that could mix with the opportunity to see what comes out of that from more startup activity.
So for us old fogies, we still have the traditional model of you get up, you get in your car, you go to your office with a bunch of people, and then you go home. But there is a whole underground economy of folks who are sort of doing this on their own.
That's right. COVID created this whole new work culture that, and we believe that there are a lot of people in Starkville doing moonlight projects that are really meaningful. So co-working allows them to not necessarily have a committed office, but a place where they can come and share ideas. And it's already proven out in a short time. I mean, we thought it was going to take months and months to fill this place, and there's already lots of people in there working on great things.
Well, it's a nice addition to downtown, and it's a nice extension of the university and eCenter mission. So thanks for those updates, and we appreciate you joining us.
Absolutely.
We're going to take a short break. Be back with more in just a moment. Stay tuned.
So you have an idea. It's exciting. It's original. It's genius. And you think it could be the next big thing. But how do you turn this idea into reality? At the Entrepreneurship Center, we will guide you through every step of the entrepreneurial process and help along the way, from developing and enhancing your idea to building your product and bringing it to market. Our programs will help refine your idea and connect you with other creative individuals. You can collaborate with students and discover their brilliant ideas, learn from expert faculty and accomplished business leaders, and even receive money to expand your venture and start your own company. Whether your idea is a revolutionary product, app, or service, we can help. The Entrepreneurship Center at Mississippi State University. From invention to innovation, it starts here.
There are a number of student activities that students can get involved with, but few of them know that they can start a company while they're in school. We want students to consider that when they come to school here, they have 4 years to create themselves a job, create a new venture, and that's really what the center is here to provide. We're here to provide the resources, connections, and programs that can help them start a company. The background of our students is extremely diverse. All across campus, students are getting involved, forming these companies, and people, all sorts of different backgrounds, coming together to create these startups that are just doing amazing things. Regardless of where you're at in the entire startup process, whether you're coming in with a fresh idea, already have an established company, or just are trying to get interested in entrepreneurship, we want to put students in a position where they feel encouraged and supported to pursue their passions so they can make an impact no matter what field or industry they go into.
Welcome back, everyone. Terrence Green joins us now. And Terrence, I was talking with Eric, and he was giving me this big overview of all the wonderful things that the eCenter has their hand in. And I credit Eric with having the vision to see the needs and to put things in place. But without good people on the ground executing the ideas, there's a chance that they won't be effective. So you have come in to run the co-work space at the hub that we were just talking about. And first of all, we should give folks, you might look familiar to them. You've been on here before.
Right.
You were a student.
Yes, sir.
And tell us about the business you had through the eCenter.
So I started my animation business at the eCenter, where we make animated videos for small business to use in marketing, for training, and entertainment purposes. And so I started that when I was a sophomore in college, and still have that business to this day. Thanks to the eCenter, I was able to get a lot of experience.
Well, you graduated, went off to Memphis. You were chosen as the Young Entrepreneur of the Year in Memphis, so you were up there making a name for yourself, and we brought you back. And I think I said at the ribbon cutting, one of the great things about being in the eCenter is to see these bright, energetic young people come through with their ideas and to help them grow those ideas. But what's even better is when you can bring them back to be a member of the family and to use those skills and the knowledge they've acquired to share with others. And Eric and I were both so excited that you accepted the offer to come back and run the co-workspace. So tell us what it's like. Somebody walks in the door, how do you get them set up, and what types of businesses are in there now?
So when they walk in the door, they see 8 private offices, and then they see a 10-seat long table where you can go in, kind of like, I say, Starbucks style. You know, you see an open seat, you bring your laptop and you go in and work. And we have 3 desks to the side that are dedicated desks, but can also be used as flex desks if they're not reserved. And so it's just a way to kind of co-work with other entrepreneurs. You know, when you're an entrepreneur, more than likely it's just you in the business. So the camaraderie of having people around you or a team, you don't have that luxury yet. So co-work space provides that opportunity.
Well, it's funny. I was in there yesterday, and there was a brand new member in there. I think it was her first day, and she said, "Look, I just had to get out of the house." And I think a lot of us that maybe worked at home during COVID, at first, it was the greatest thing ever, because you're sitting around in your pajamas, and you can get your work done and also get the laundry done. And then somewhere down the road, you start thinking, you know, I'm just sitting here in my pajamas every day, and I need some human contact, and I need to get out there and get some stimulation and some creativity, and the co-work space really provides that. And she was so excited to be down there working.
Right, yeah, and we get that a lot, where a lot of entrepreneurs or even people who work remotely in other cities, they, you know, they work there, they're there 7 days a week at their house, and it almost, you feel entrapped there sometimes. So you just need like 2 or 3 days out of the week to kind of get out the house, like you said, get a new environment. And research actually shows it's productive to separate your home from your office, just because, you know, even if you know, perfect working from home, you kind of lose that at-home effect. You know, you can't go to your bedroom and relax the same if you're working out of there. So those are also things that the co-work space provides.
And the way it works, it's kind of like a gym membership. So if you need to come in for a day, you know, we get folks coming in for game day. Right. And they want a place they're coming into town, but they still need a place to work on Friday before the big game. So you can come in, you can get a day pass, you can get a weekly pass, or you can get a monthly pass. Correct?
Right. We have day pass and we have monthly membership. So you can get what we call a flex workspace, which is pretty much you see an open seat in the open area, you can come and work. And that comes with, all our monthly membership comes with 24/7 access. And you can get a flex office, which is pretty much a group of people who kind of share a private office. They go into their online profile and reserve their office seat. And with your memberships, we also have a calendar full of events. Like the week of our grand opening, we had speed networking, we had business after hours events, and we had lunch and learns. So we have an array of different events that are tailored to businesses, as well as offering office space. So it's not even just the space. We also invest in giving entrepreneurs the opportunity to really grow and even get resources for themselves.
Well, it's a great place to launch your business in a very professional environment. So we've got lots and lots of members, and we credit that to you and your hard work, and we appreciate you coming by and sharing that with us. And again, it's so great to have you back in the family here at Mississippi State in Stark Vegas.
It's glad to be back home.
All right, folks, that's going to do it for us. We appreciate you watching this edition of Dividends, and we look forward to seeing you next time.